Wi-Fi speed so not so good. Not so good. Not so good. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent network. Oh my god. وقلب شاقرا يا خالقي কালকে বুঝছেন একটা মেয়ের সাথে হতো সেদিনকে 5 ঘন্টা না 3 ঘন্টা ফিলিপিন্সের
কালকে রাতে
না few days ago
না
yeah this video I'm gonna show you which one? This one
আমি এক পাশে সুপার
or
talk.
animation.
Like you can talk with your mother.
Leo.
Little. I'm not saying you fat, but
Yes,
you are in a
Afghanistan.
perfect shape. You know.
How am I looking?
You're
My
looking,
face.
bro. You are looking good, bro. You know, you are so beautiful.
Call center like that. قلبا شاكرا يا خالقين. Okay, I've got to learn, bro. I've got to learn. Holy moly. I have to call them. I have to call the I have to call them. Choose. Okay, choose one.
It jills.
Assalamu alaikum.
It jeans.
আচ্ছা
It lure.
আপনাদের ওয়াইফাই দেখতেছি যে
It
আপনার
dune.
2-3 মাস ধরে হচ্ছে আপলোড স্পিড স্টেবল না মানে সমস্যা এর আগে আমি বলছিলাম আইডি হচ্ছে 81497 আপনাকে ভালোভাবে বলি ডাউনলোড স্পিড ঠিক আছে ওটাতে কোনো সমস্যা হয় না কিন্তু আপলোড স্পিডের ক্ষেত্রে ওটা আপনার ফোনের মানে আপনারা যে এমবিপিএস দেন না মানে 30 এমবিপিএস তত দূর উঠে না এবং হচ্ছে আমি যখন লাইভ স্ট্রিম করি কোনো কিছু কিংবা ভিডিও কলে যাই তখন আমার হচ্ছে কানেকশন খারাপ দেখায় মানে আপলোড স্পিড কম কারণ আপলোড স্পিড থাকলে আপনার হচ্ছে এখান থেকে আমি যেটা সেন্ড করবো সেটা একটু ভালো দেখাবে কিন্তু আপনারটা এটা স্টেবল না হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
ঠিক আছে ভাইয়া এখন অ্যাডমিন তো নাই অ্যাডমিন বাইরে গেছে আমি এই বিষয়ে কথা বলবো
আমি এটা 3 মাস ধরে দেখতেছি তো কারণ এর আগে যখন আমি প্রথমে নিছিলাম ওয়াইফাই তখন তো অনেক মানে অনেক মাস ধরে তো অনেক ভালো ছিল হঠাৎ করে আমি দেখতেছি এরকম আর কি ডাউনলোড স্পিডে কোনো সমস্যা হচ্ছে না আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ধন্যবাদ ওয়ালাইকুম وقلبا شاكرا يا خالقين
সুগাই ইংলিশ কি
itching
ইচ্ছি কান ইয়ার ইচ্ছি
At dance.
at dance
At dance. Dance.
at dance
It dance.
it dance at dance okay it's right yeah it's correct it's
Rachel's
correct.
at dance.
at dance
জুড়ে না আমার শুন
at dance
বুঝতে এসে কানটা ভাঙা
what at dance okay now
At least. At most.
at most
At lunch.
at lunch
At high.
at high কি করছে what is saying at high
হাই কোন আচ্ছা আবার কি
at high
At low. At low.
at low
একলা
at low at low at low
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide. The beach is
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low the at low tide. The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide. The beach is nice at low tide.
You know, বাংলা কথাগুলো এবারে আরেকগুলো মুখ থেকে উচ্চারণ হওয়ার চায় না।
শক্তি বেশি প্রয়োজন বাংলা বলতে শক্তি বেশি প্রয়োজন
না শক্তি না, আপনার জড়তা। আপনি তো পরিচিত না, আমরা তো প্রত্যেক দিনই খালি বাংলাই করছি, ইংলিশ তো করছি না। শুনেছি ঠিক আছে।
শুনলে
The
আসলে
beach is nice at low
উচ্চারণ
tide.
করা দরকার মানে খালি শুনে দেখা আমার না কাজ হয় না ওই তো
স্পিকিং এর ক্ষেত্রে,
হ্যাঁ।
কিন্তু বোঝার ক্ষেত্রে আপনার ওটা দরকার না, আপনার খালি ভিডিও দেখেই।
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide. The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide. It marks.
It marks.
It read.
It red.
It blew.
It blue.
It cake.
It cake.
At hole. It hole.
It hold. It hold.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods. I'm at
Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods. I'm at Whole Food. I don't know how to pronounce it. Foods. I'm at Whole Foods. I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods.
I'm at Whole Foods. يا خالقين.
It Pams.
It pans.
It Toms.
It Toms.
It Steves.
It Speed.
It Johns.
It John's.
Sarah's at Mike's house.
Said it's Mac's house.
It 1.
It
It
one.
2.
It two.
It 3.
It three.
It 4.
It four.
The movie starts at 5.
The movie starts at 5. At 5. 5. 5. 5. 5.
It Jills.
It jails.
It Jeans.
It jeans.
It Lure.
Though it lure.
It Dune.
It dune.
Rachel's at Dan's.
Rachel's a dance.
Rachel's at Dan's.
Rachel's a dance. Rachel's a dance.
At least.
At least.
At most.
At most.
At lunch.
At lunch.
At high.
At high.
At least.
At least.
At most.
At most.
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low tide.
The beach is nice at low at tide. Low at tide means what? Meaning. The state of the tide at its lowest level. Tide means what, bro? Tide, low tide. Okay, low tide, high tide. Okay, then what? Okay, transcribe.
The quiz that you just took was testing your ear for hearing the pattern of the rhythm of American English. If you scored a 5 on the last quiz, you probably don't even need to watch this video, but humor me and watch it. It's short. You've started to learn one of the most important principles of spoken English. We have two kinds of syllables in American English, ones that are pronounced clearly and ones that are purposefully pronounced unclearly. And you may know this already, but I work on this topic with everyone from as part of a thought. And in a sentence, it becomes,
At,
my students
Uh,
might say,
at home.
but,
At,
and I'll say no,
Uh,
even shorter, half that length.
at, at,
Look at my mouth.
At-
Am I even
at
talking?
home, at home, at home, at home.
Unstressed syllables have
I mean,
several
that should be
qualities.
not at
So
home.
Also
At
quieter.
home.
At
The
home.
pitch is lower. My mouth movements are much
At
simpler.
home.
At, fully pronounced,
At home.
but reduced
At, at,
at.
at,
At.
at.
Simplification is key. And once you get the hang of it,
Simplification is the key.
it will make English speaking so much easier. You'll need so much less effort once we make all of these micro skills a habit. So I'm going to take the phrase I had you record at the beginning. What time is the meeting?
What time is the
At
man-
9. You repeat
At
after
9.
me.
At 9.
At 9.
9.
It,
At 9.
It,
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 At
it, it,
at 9.
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 This is how we practice. To
At
change our
9.
voices, to change our bodies when speaking English.
At 9. First when will come,
At 9. 9.
আমার কাছে আগে ইংলিশ আমার সাথে সে ইংলিশে বসবে
আমি তোকে ডাক দেবো ঘুমোতে না উঠলে টেনে ধরে তুলবো নি তুই বস
কই জোর করে আপনার কামই হচ্ছে আমাকে জোর করা
ওই ঘুমাইলে জোর করবো
কিন্তু জিনিসটা হচ্ছে কি মাঝে মাঝে তো আমি দেরি করে সময়
এটাই তো ওই জন্য
মানে আমাকে জোর করালে এই সব কাজে যে তুই এডিট করে এখন ডিস্ট্রাক্ট হলে তুই এর বাদ দে মানে এটি এসে ইঙ্গে গুতাগুতি করবেন আপনার কামই ওটাই
রাগ করে উঠবে
এই জন্য অনেকে অনেক কিছু করে না আমি তো করবো না আমি কিছুই করবো না
রাগ করে উঠলেই তো কই ওই জন্যই তো কুয়ে কমার্স না কিছু
আপনাকে কয়েছিলাম আপনি করে যাবেন না
পাবো না কে আচ্ছা করবো না
না রাগ করলে তারপরে করবেন ওই জিনকে মা বাপ সন্তানের শাসন করেন না
মাইন্ড ভ্যাশ করে যদি রাগ করিস তাহলে
কে আপনি করবেন ওটা
মাইন্ড ভ্যাশ আমরা রাগ করে যদি আমাকে ধরে আমি
না ওটা হবি ওটা সব হবি না সব সময় কিন্তু আমাকে জোর করবেন
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে যখন দেখবো তুই একটু বেশি হচ্ছে তখন আর কম না
না না করবেন যত আপনার কামই হচ্ছে ওটা
আচ্ছা
মাইন্ড ভাইকেও কমু রাগ আমি যতই রাগ করি আমাকে ওটা করবেন আমি কিছু মনে করবো না
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে
আমি যদি জল পিয়ে না তাও না না এখনই বস
ওকে
মানে ধরেন মুভি দেখিছি কিংবা অন্য কিছু
ঠিক আছে ওকে
আর আমি রাগ যতই করি আপনাকে করবেন করলেন গাড়া আমার ভালো হবে
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে চেষ্টা করবো ইনশাল্লাহ কারণ রাগ করলে জিনিসটা কইতে ইয়া লাগে এই জন্যই কই না
তো স্বল্প লোক কর না
স্বল্প লেগেছে কালকে না এটা পাওয়া যাবে
মানে কমেন না কে
কালকে মনে কর যে
না, আমি রাগ করবো না তো আমি রাগ করি তাই
লাথি মারা উচিত না, আমি লাথি মারছি তাই না? কালকে না পরশু দিন কালকে না পরশু দিন
কে
হয়েছে কি আমি করলাম না ডাইনে যাওয়ার করে ভাবে যায় উপরে সাবিন আপার বাসাত গেছি আসবো রাস্তার মধ্যে ইয়া করে দুইজন নিয়ে আসি এমন রাস্তার মধ্যে মানে আগে যায় ধর দুধ দেয় রাস্তা সাইড দেওয়ার ভিতরে আসবে ধরে মুখ দেওয়ার কয়টা কম আচ্ছা
তাহলে একটা কাজ করেন প্যারেন্টিং সাবজেক্ট নিলে ওগুলো পডকাস্ট দেখেন
না।
প্যারেন্টিং কেমনে করবেন
আবার উপজেলার ভিতর ঢুকছি ও বের হয় না আর একজন নিয়ে আছে ওই বের হচ্ছে ওই বের হয় না ওই দৌড় পারে ডাকি শুনে না আরেকদিন আবার মানে মারছি গো তেমন মনে হয় ভিতরে আমাকে শুলটিতে যাই তো আর এক শুলটিতে ওইটা এই আর এটি গা ছেড়ে দিচ্ছে এমন গা ছেড়ে দিচ্ছে আর নড়েই না আমার কথা শুনতেছি বাড়ি দিকেও যাবি না পরে আসতে মারছি সবার
তাহলে আপনার সাবজেক্ট তো
প্যারা আছে না।
প্যারেন্টিং নিয়ে আপনার নাম কি বললো পডকাস্ট দেখেন
না দেখো কিন্তু এর প্যারা আছে সব কিছু প্যারা আছে ভালো লাগে আমি যে মারছি আমার কি ভালো লাগছে তুই কি মনে করছিস
না বিয়ে করবো না
না আমার তো সেই ভালো লাগে
বিয়ে করলে সত্যি আমি
পরে
পাচ্ছি
আমি
না
খালি গেছি
সত্যি আমি পাচ্ছি না আমরা বিয়ে করলে
বাবা তুমি আমার মন খারাপ করছে মনে হয় পরে খুনে আমার শোয়ের মনে হয় না আমার গা সবটা হচ্ছে আমি যেটা সেটা শুনতেছি তাহলে ওই জিনিসটা আমার করা ঠিক আছে আমার ওইটা মনে হয় এখনো যখন মনে হয় যখন খারাপ লাগে এটা আমি কি করছি শর্ট চুলে মারিনি কিন্তু পাটা তুললাম কি সময় কথা বলিস না আমার ওটা মনে হয় সেই খারাপ লাগে এরা এই মানে এই সময়টা ওই ডানে যাওয়ার ফলে বামে যায় মনে হয় এই সময় আমরাও করছি
কিন্তু তারপর প্যারেন্টিং দেখলে আপনি বুঝতে পারবেন ইসলামিক প্যারেন্টিং তারপর আবার সেকুলারিজম প্যারেন্টিং এগুলো নিয়ে রিসার্চ করে
ইনশাআল্লাহ।
at home at
At
home
home,
at
at
9
home.
9
At home.
9
At
মানে আপনি
home.
এসে এগুলো চেঞ্জ করে দিন যে তুই কি দেখছিস এগুলো কি ভিডিও এডিট কর
আচ্ছা
এই ইংলিশ শিখে
আচ্ছা
আপনার কামই ওটা আর হচ্ছে ইয়া দেখ ইংলিশ দেখে now it's a stop T sound
What's up with this T pronunciation in.
This
It's called the stop T. You probably learned the true T. T.
true T
Now, that's a great sound.
T.
But American English doesn't always use the true T. T.
T.
In fact, most of the time, this letter is not pronounced T.
T.
By studying at it, you've learned the stop
এটা
T.
আপনার জন্য নাকি আপনার
It-
ইয়ে লাগে
No T release.
no
Let me show you what this looks like. I'm going to compare the phrase it's six,
It's six.
pronounced two different ways. The first one is a mispronunciation. I'm connecting the vowel six
six.
right into the
A
word.
six.
There's no stop. We don't hear that
A
as a
six.
T.
F5
Six,
A
a six, a six, a six. The T is completely dropped.
five.
The second one is correct. It's six.
It's
It's
six.
six.
at 6
Six. The stop T pronunciation.
Oh, which one
That
say that?
little stop
at 6 like at 6
of air is the stop T.
At
The word
six.
sit.
at 6 at 6 at
at 6
stop T
stuff T
হ্যাঁ মানে আছে আপনি কে না টা মানে stop না stop
stop
মানে এটি কিন্তু পি কিন্তু স্টপ পি মানে থামা
stop
সাথে সাথে থামে লাগে
মানে পি ওই ইয়া উচ্চারণ হবে বেশি হবে না খালি স্টপ
মানে মানে এই যে মানে নে নে নে
এটা হবে না
এটাই হবে মানে ইংরেজি ছোট
Stop.
আস্তে করে যে থেমে যাচ্ছি
স্টপ
এটা আমার সেলিম ভাই পড়াইতে আমি বুঝতে পারতেছি আপনার এই যে অনেক সময় সাকিনের ওখানে এসে একটু থামা লাগে যেরকম কি আসার সার
স্যার
মানে অত বেশি টানবো না
আসার।
আসার মানে টানা হবে না থাম
আসার।
একবারে থাম আসার
স্যার স্যার
আসার না বিহ না ক
আমার আইডিটা ভালো করে
Six. The S consonant starts about here.
That's
A six, a six, a six.
six
And here as well, the second time the phrase is said.
at 6
It's six.
it's 6
It's six.
it's 6
It's six.
it's 6
So let's look at the part before the word six, which is pretty much the same in both of them.
6
In the first one, we have that mispronunciation where there's no stop. It's just continuous air, the vowel right into the S consonant. Let's listen to that. A six, a six, a six. Here you can see quite different. This is the word at reduced with the stop T, and you see this section here where there's the stop of air. The sound is held, there's this little tiny lift in the line of speech. That is the stop T. The stop T is a
6
lack of a sound more than a sound. And this brief lift here is important for our ears to hear the stop T. Let's listen to this one. It's six. It's six. It's six.
it's 6
So let's listen again to the two different
Six.
phrases. Here, no T at all. Here, the stop T. This is the one we want. A six. It's six. A six. It's six. A six.
It's
It's
six.
six.
It's
Now,
six.
if you can't hear the difference between a six and it's six,
it's 6
that's okay.
ইয়া হবে
Over time, as you have more exposure to the stop T, you'll more easily be able to hear the difference between the stop T and when the T is completely dropped. It's six.
it's
It-
6
Six.
হবে না।
That's
Six.
the stop T.
It's
That's
six.
what we
It's
want.
six.
It's six.
It's 6
Keep this in mind as you
It's
work
six.
with the audio.
it's 6 That's the stop T. That's what you want. At 6, keep that in mind
At
as well.
6.
I have to read it. What's up with this T pronunciation in that? It's called the stop T. He probably learned the true T. Now that's a great sound. But American English doesn't always use the true. In fact, most of the time this letter is not pronounced. By starting at, you've learned the stop T at no T release. Let me show you what you. Okay, this is the transcript of this video. What? This is your third day in a row working on these phrases. The first day you did play it say 20 times for each phrase. The next day you had the soundboard which included slow motion audio. You spent time with the slow motion and regular paced segments, and you customized your time to work more on the phrases that were more difficult for you. Now on day 3, these phrases should be flowing more naturally. You'll repeat each one 10 times with this audio file. Think of it as a warm-up for the reading challenge you'll do at the end of this part. You're working with the same content on the same micro skill to get to that 90 minutes of deliberate practice for mastery. This lesson will add 6 more minutes to get you to 37 minutes total. Instructions: you will hear each segment 10 times with a short phrase between each iteration. Repeat during the pause. Phrases in this audio: at 6, at home, at work, at Bob's, at Mom's, at school, at 9, at Don's, at 10, at Dad's, at noon, at camps.
It's 6.
At 6.
It's 6.
At 6. At 6. At
It's
6.
6.
At 6. At 5. At 5. At 5.
It's 6.
At 5. 6. At 6.
It's 6.
At 6. At 6.
It's 6.
At 6. At 6.
It's
At
6.
6. At 6. At 6.
It's 6.
At 6. At 6.
It's 6.
মাথা লিখে যাচ্ছে না? At
It's
6.
6.
At 6.
It-
At 6. At
It-
at at
It-
at
It-
at 6. At 6, not
It-
at
Yes.
It-
at 6. At
At
6.
home.
At home. At home.
At home.
At home. At home.
At home.
At home. At home.
At home.
At
At
home.
home. At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At home.
At work.
At work.
At all.
At work.
At work.
At all.
At work.
At work. At work.
At work.
At work. At work.
At work.
What?
At work.
At work.
At work. Not
At work.
At work. At work. At
At
work.
work.
At work.
At work.
At work. It works.
work.
It works. At work.
At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's. At
At Bob's.
At Bob's. At
At Bob's.
At Bob's. At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's. At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's. At
At
Bob's.
Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At Bob's.
At
At
Bob's.
Bob's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's. At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
At Mom's.
It moms.
It moms.
It moms.
It moms.
It's school.
It's school.
School.
It's 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 school.
School.
At 9.
At 9.
At 9.
At 9. At 9. At
At
9.
9.
9. At 9. At
At
9.
9.
I don't know how to pronounce it. At 9.
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 It dawns.
It dawns.
It dawns.
It dawns. Not this. Does
It dawns.
This is not it, bro. I'm not gonna say. This
It
is
dawns.
the it. It dawns.
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 It 10.
At 10. At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It 10.
At 10.
It dads.
At dads.
It 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 dads.
At noon.
At noon.
At noon.
At noon.
At noon.
At noon. Noon.
At noon.
At noon.
At noon.
At noon.
No.
At noon.
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 At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's. At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's.
At Kim's. Okay, it has finished. Now listen to yourself and emit 2 minutes. Okay, what?
There's a really important part of improving your English speaking and listening skills: recording yourself and
Record
listening
yourself.
back to it. Throughout the Academy, I'll give you various exercises for this. The first one is recording yourself practicing. You'll need to
Who's watching me, brother? Who's watching me, sister? Who's watching me? I don't know. Okay,
devices for this. One with which to listen to the audio or to do the play it, say it method with, and the other with which to record yourself. You can record yourself audio only or video. So 2 devices, for example, a computer and your phone, or your phone and a friend's phone.
Yeah.
At the beginning in doing this, you might feel like you don't hear much. You can't really tell if you're imitating well, or if you're not, you can't really tell why. No worries. The process of doing this will build that skill for you. So the next assignment is going to be record yourself practicing
Record yourself
the
practicing.
10 times each audio file you just
10 time each audio file.
Just did. After you've recorded, you listen to your own practice session. You're listening for a few things. First, did I repeat right away? Was I in the flow? We want to be in the flow of play it, say it without stopping, without thinking, restarting, correcting. We're always just listening for the next one or producing sound. Second, how accurate was my repetition? Did I match the pace? Was it as short as the native speaker audio? Did I make a stop T, or did my mind think, this is at, I need to make a T sound?
T.
But no true T sound.
T.
Recording yourself in this way is a valuable tool to improve your ability to notice the subtleties of the American accent.
Okay, I recorded on the stream. Oh my god, I'm on shake on the beach. I feel so sleepy.
I had a student once.
Exactly what not to do.
I was
Exactly what not to do. Exactly what not to do.
working with her in a live class. We were working on a sentence that ended with the D sound. Let's just say the sentence was, I wish I could.
I wish I could.
I did the play it, say it method with her. I said, I wish I could. She said, I wish I could. We did it several times, and each time I said, could.
Could.
And she said, could.
Could.
I asked her, do you hear how your ending D is different from mine?
Could.
And she said, yes. I said, why are you doing it that way? And she said, because someone told me once I need to pronounce my D's more. This is exactly what I want you not to do. I don't want you to think about what other people have told you about.
This is exactly what I want you not to do.
About pronunciation. I don't want you to think about what you already know about pronunciation. Remember, in this academy, you were doing the play it, say it method with the word at before I even taught you that it's normally pronounced in a sentence. I don't want you thinking about what you know and applying that. It's not about thinking. It's about matching what you hear exactly with the play it, say it method. It's pure imitation. This is a different skill. And that's the skill I want you to develop here. So when you listen to yourself doing the play it, say it method, don't compare your pronunciation to what you think you know about pronunciation. Compare it exactly to what you heard the native speaker say. If you hear could, don't say could.
Could.
কভার ফটো আছে নাকি এটা?
No. Okay, challenge. Record yourself. You'll need 2 devices. One to listen to the audio, on to record yourself. Simply record 2 and 3 minutes of yourself doing the play, say, practice. Use the listen, play, say. At reduction, you can record a video or audio of yourself. Then go back and listen or watch the recording of yourself practicing. As you listen, reflect on what you hear. Are you watching the native audio well? Do you notice any difference in your repetitions? Maybe it is too long, or you can hear a T in your phrases that you don't hear in the native audio. Recording and listening to yourself regularly is going to be an important part of your success. You'll notice different things you do when you are in the middle of all repeating. It helps train your ear, and before you know it, you'll be a great accent coach for yourself. After spending 5 minutes on this, you'll have spent 42 minutes working on this micro skill. Congratulations, you are almost halfway to mastery. Okay, which one would they take me? But this one I did it. Okay, next.
Watch the video, rewatch exposure video yesterday, repeat the audio, spend even more time with add reduction soundboard for each segment. Do the slow motion version 5 to 10 minutes in a row, then the regular pace version 5 to 10 minutes. Record yourself. Use English.com. Yeah, part 4. Okay, what's that in number 4?
Did you know I studied opera?
How to hear English as music?
And I used to sing opera. I love opera, and I love classical music, and I love discovering the way language is musical. How is the music of English different from the music of your native language? We're going to learn that right here. And in case you're curious, here is a little bit, just one phrase, of me singing a pants roll. That is, I was playing the part of a man. I want to play you an excerpt from a podcast I heard years ago that talks about speech and how it can end up sounding like music.
This is Professor Diana Deutsch.
Diana Deutsch. Well, yeah, I'm going to turn down my headphone level, and I'm a professor of psychology at the University of California, San Diego.
Can you still hear me, Diana?
Okay. Hello?
Diana studies sound. How humans perceive sound. She's a scientist, she has a lab, but every so often she will also release CDs.
Right.
These CDs of audio demonstrations that she uses in her research, and that's why we called, because it was in the production of her second CD that she stumbled onto the weirdest phenomenon.
Well, I'll tell you what happened is that when you do post-production, as you know, of speech, you loop things so that you can zero in on P's that sound too loud, you need to unpop, or S's that sound too sharp, and so on. So you put things on loops in order to fine-tune the way the speech sounds. So I had this particular phrase on a loop and forgot about it.
What phrase was this?
It's a phrase that occurs at the beginning of the CD in which I say, the sounds as they appear to you are not only different from those that are really present, but they sometimes behave so strangely as to seem quite impossible. Now, I had sometimes behave so strangely looped.
The sounds as they appear to you are not only different from those that are really present, but they sometimes behave so strangely.
Just those few words.
Sometimes behave so strangely.
And forgot about it.
Sometimes behave so strangely.
So here's what happened. Diana leaves her studio. She closes the door, goes into the kitchen to make some tea. All the while, this loop is whirring away in the background. As she's sipping her tea, she thinks, is someone singing? Who's singing?
I heard what sounded like song in the background.
She realized, wait a second. That's not singing, that's me. Talking.
That very phrase.
Strangely.
But at this point,
sometimes behave so
it
strangely.
appeared to be sung rather than spoken.
So strangely. Sometimes behave so strangely.
This is
sometimes behave so strangely.
Right? Yeah. You still hear the words, but they're sung words rather than spoken words.
It's weird, like it just switches at a certain point. 3 or 4 repetitions in.
Right.
It's going, and then pow! It becomes music. And then now none of us can get it out of our head. Like the whole office is like, sometimes behave so strangely.
Sometimes behave so strangely.
And you know what? If you do this demo and then you go back to the original sentence, it sounds like, speech to begin with. And when you come to that very phrase, I seem to be bursting into song.
The sounds as they appear to you are not only different from those that are really present, but they sometimes behave so strangely as to seem quite impossible.
I have to say this can continue for months and months. It's sort of like your brain gets altered for that particular phrase, and it continues to sound like singing for a very, very long time.
Looping speech. When I do an analysis video like one of these,
The T is dropped.
Drop.
Looping speech is what I do when I'm deciding what to say about a phrase. I'll take a little bit and listen to it many, many times to hear how I want to talk about it. And that's what you're going to do a lot in the Academy as well.
In addition to Play It, Say It downloadable audio, you'll also get Listen and Repeat downloadable audio. In these files, you'll hear the snippet 3 or 4 times in a row before you repeat once. This looping will help your brain hear the speech as music, which will help you capture the American quality of the speech and bring that into your own.
মানে যে ঘুম ধরছে জীবনে ইনকে ঘুম ধরেননি কোনোদিন
কি
মানে
বুঝতে পারছি
আমি তো
জ্বালা করতেছ না চোখ
না
জ্বালা এমনি ঘুম ধরতেছে শুধু
সেই
ঘুমা
মানে এমনিতে ধরেন আমি কিছু দেখলে না ঘুমাচ্ছি দেখতে দেখতে ঘুম চলে যায় কিন্তু এটা তো যাচ্ছেই না
আমার তো